But what's coming to you? The world, Chico. And everything in it.
Hello, hello. I am actually on my phone right now annoyed because apparently my ARG Twitter account doesn't see quote unquote sensitive content, and somehow my main account where I tweeted a link to this Twitch stream is considered sensitive content, so not really sure why or how I can change it. Let's see. Where the hell is it? Content I see, yeah, but I don't care about sensitive. I haven't like followed anything. I don't even know how topics on Twitter work. I don't understand why this is not letting me. Ugh. I mean, I can just tweet it on the other account, but it's just so silly. Calling all detectives. We are solving immersive puzzles. As usual, I figured I had everything set up, and then the internet and the world laughed at me. That's fine. I also realized that I didn't do any Duolingo today, but I think we'll start with this and then, no, actually I'll do it now because I don't think that many people are here, so we can just switch. Okay, so while I wait, I'll just do this. I'm probably gonna be switching between back and forth because the puzzle that we're gonna be solving has physical props, but then I did take notes on Notion, which is why that's what was up before on the screen is the window share. But first Duolingo, so the bird doesn't hate us. What language should I do today? You ever go on Duolingo and it like hasn't loaded properly yet, and so it's like your streak is at 0 and you have no hearts and you're, you know, like a terrible person? Is that just me? Maybe. Oh, I didn't turn this on. But yeah, how are you? I hope everything is going well. It's quite warm here, like super warm actually. So, I think it's a good thing. I don't know how I feel. I don't like heat, but I don't like cold either. So it's a bit of a conundrum, you know. Okay. So the things that I have on Duolingo are, oh gosh, I tried out a bunch. That's right. German and Spanish I like to practice every so often to keep up with for teaching. And then I have Yiddish and Arabic, although I haven't looked at Arabic in so long. And then French and Portuguese, if I feel like looking back on those. But I kind of just want to do more German because I don't have all the stories unlocked, and this irks me because I skipped out of so many lessons that I don't have all the crowns. So this level is on like news, I guess. So hopefully that's entertaining. Shouldn't take long. Okay. So the first thing that I have is the government is trying to help the people. Also, do you want to say die Stadt? Oh nein, die Regierung. Okay, die Regierung or just because I type. No. Why did they keep saying that? Oh, helfen is dative. Okay. This is not going to make any sense if you don't speak German, and I am sorry, but I just want to get through this. Okay, so we want to cook meal for the volunteers. Some of the topics are really weird. Like, there's one that's called spirituality, and they talk about ghosts and like how people don't have a religion, or people do have a religion, and I'm just over here like, you alright? So, cook a meal for the volunteers, yep. Das Dorf sucht nein. No! I'm doing a great job showing how well I speak German right now. The teenagers will change politics. Die Jugendliche werden die Politik verändern. Okay, apparently this one was Jugendlichen. I never remember which ones have ends and which one don't have ends. Who distributes things on the streets? This was the annoying one. Also wer verteilt die Sachen auf den Straßen? I guess auf would make it dative, I suppose. Yeah, wer verteilt die Sachen auf?
Wie viele Arbeitsplätze wird die Regierung schaffen?
How many jobs will the government create? It's actually kind of depressing. It talks a lot about unemployment. The unemployed are not lazy. Good to know.
Die Stadt verspricht, Projekte der Jugendlichen zu fördern.
The city promises to promote projects for teenagers.
JMKM, oh yeah, that's him. 32.
Ist die Reportage schon vorbei?
Is the news report already finished?
Die Regierung fördert Projekte für Jugendliche.
Government promotes projects for teenagers. It's a lot of the same stuff. Okay, also nochmal hier. Die Regierung versucht, den Menschen zu helfen. Ha! Das Dorf sucht Freiwillige, die helfen können. Die Jugendlichen werden die Politik verändern. That was annoying. But yay! Okay, technically I have hit my streak, so for now I am fine with that. If I get annoyed by puzzles later, I can always do more. So, what are we doing today? We are going to be solving the next box that I have for the Hunt a Killer thing. Not sponsored, obviously, but if you don't know, it's like, oh, I think one of my neighbors is having a party. I just looked out and there's like cars or something. Anyway, so it's kind of like an ARG, except it's a company and they send it to you in a box, but it has all sorts of codes. You have to solve a mystery. I originally got it with my boyfriend for our first anniversary, and it was really, really fun because for that we got all of the boxes needed to solve one case, but the usual format is that one comes once a month, and I think they're 6 months usually. So in this case, we are trying to solve a murder, and we were contacted by the... Turn this down. We were contacted by the victim's sister to do so. And each box has a very clearly laid out objective as to like what you need to find to know that you're finished. They also have a website where you can look at hints and solutions if you're really, really stuck. So this one, our main objective is to eliminate a suspect from the suspect list with some sort of evidence. Well, here, I'll just show you my notes. So the first box had loads of things. The victim is named Beth Ferris Hendricks. Cause of death was trauma to the back of the head. She washed up on a different beach than she was killed at. There was a bunch of Bible verses that spelled out, "I must forgive her" on her memorial program. Her husband Joey, she was really awkward. There is a club. Oh, this is on a very secluded island. And so there was a club from the original colonists called the Navigators, and they live by a code called Precepts, which I wrote as quasi-Latin because I think some of it was wrong. These are the families of the founders, like the surviving descendants. So our victim is a legacy on both sides. So like her family side, and then she married into it as well. The precepts are this, and I didn't bother to translate them all because I started and some of them are wrong, but the thing to note is that they're used in tempore tribulant, which is in the times of trouble. Before she died, Beth also made a playlist for her sister Gwen called For Gwen. These are the songs. I still actually haven't figured out the point of this. I don't know if it's just meant to add to the atmosphere or if there's a message in there. So the first objective was to figure out where she died, I think, or where she was killed, and the correct answer was on this vanishing beach due to a lot of messing around with a map and science project done by children. So that's box one. I also listed the contents because it's easier that way. Box two, the objective was to figure out the time of death. A lot of this is just instructions that I wrote down to remember. But what we figured out is, so in this box there was so Gwen's letter is basically telling the player what to do each time. So then we had an autopsy, statements from the immediate family, a planner page of the victims, a store flyer, a crumpled note, a note from the victim's mother-in-law, a worry stone, and a necklace. And then to summarize very briefly, her husband was having an affair with someone called Sam Gundy, who's like a weird hippie lady. Beth was supposed to meet Gwen at 4:30 to, quote, talk about what to do about mom, but she didn't show up until later. And this was on the day she died. This flyer is from Sam's shop when Beth came to yell at her, and she wrote, "I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason. I have to cleanse the store of all negative energy. Namaste." We also learned that Beth's husband, Joey, they were high school sweethearts, and right before she was about to leave, he had some sort of accident that I think gave him... I think it messed up his leg somehow. And so it was kind of implied that her side of the family thinks that she not married down, but like settled for him because she felt bad that he was gone and they're having issues. Then on her planner page, there was planner stuff. This is a lot of different things. Basically, these are the suspects and what they were interviewed. They have one of those like neighbor websites where neighbors bitch about each other. That has been very fun to look at. And basically the time of death was figured out. And so our suspects after this were Joey, her husband, Sam, the hippie lady, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the weird reverend, and then this guy Jordan, who's like a rich guy who's trying to sell real estate on this island, except actually he's really bad. Like, he builds houses that are terrible. Okay, what did we learn from box 3? Yes, so in box 3 we had to break into the secret navigators club and solve a bunch of passwords to get in. And the end of that was essentially figuring out that Sam could not be the killer because when Beth was being killed, Sam was actually in this office because she broke into, which is great. And so now here we are at box 4. Here's what I've learned so far, and I will pull out the stuff that we have as well. This was fun. I did actually solve some stuff, but probably not enough. So we have a letter from the Reverend, whose name is Clarence, writing to Beth angrily, or no, sorry, writing to Gwen to complain about Beth, because she wanted to make this scholarship to let someone go to college so they could get off this island, named after his sister because his sister died in an accident where this bridge collapsed, which I'm pretty sure was done by the Navigator people to stop people from leaving the island, essentially. And so she named it like the Cora Reaver Memorial Bridge and the scholarship, and he doesn't want that. And she gave him this gift that says, remember 1973, it is a compact. So I assume it's some sort of password, but for the passwords that I need, it hasn't worked. And they do use clues from other boxes sometimes, like that stone in the first box was a password to her online files. It was Hope, spelled backwards, I think. So that's that one. What else did we have in here? I had been looking at this, like, tourist magazine thing of their island. That was actually in an earlier box. I put in this folder everything that I thought, or that I had been using. This is the card for the episode, so that's how you check if you have everything in the box, and if you need help, you can go to the back. So we'll put that there. These were older things. There was a note here in some sort of code, and with this constellation, and as you can see up here, the navigators are like super into stars, and so there was a picture of one of the old founder guys, I guess. Here it is. And it says the stars number illuminates our secret. So I immediately thought, okay, the constellation has something to do with that. And they vote by putting their constellation on as a stamp of approval. So then I had to figure out which constellation corresponded to which member. So this little note is written by Ursa Major, who I think I decided was Beth's dad. And so this one says, I picked up the, okay, so what's in quotes here is what I decoded. And so this says, picked up files from mom and left them in the desk drawer. Before you ask again, I didn't look at them. As always, I don't understand why you let your mom handle your papers, but you won't let me. Followed everything you say, and I would have known which way to vote even if you hadn't told me. You don't need to be micromanaged anymore. What else do you need for me to prove that I'm good enough? And then there was a different note by a different person still in the navigators, this one. And it said, my patience wears thin. Your reassurance was given several months ago, and I gave you my vote on the bridge issue, as promised. Have you found anything concrete on the anchor management yet? Especially Rox Getty needs a financial boost right now. Winning a lawsuit or a settlement would help us immensely. Please make this a priority. The constellation for this one was Cygnus. Oop, that's the wrong note. Sorry, this one. Both notes were encoded with a simple Caesar cipher, and the key, or the number to decode it, was the amount of stars in each signature's constellation. What else did I find? I think that's all Oh yeah, we know that the first one was Beth's dad because they, in the letter, it said this note was from him, and also they sent along the constellation stamp and ink from his office. So he was a member of the Navigators, which Beth did not know. Here's the stamp, here's the ink. I don't know if I'll have to ink stamp stuff. I have had to light things on fire for this before, not this case, but in a previous one. So I'm not ruling that out. Ow, ow, ow. But there's still quite a lot to figure out, and I haven't found anything that would explain which suspect would be eliminated. What else do we have here? So Beth wrote up a proposal for the bridge revitalization. So she wants to repair this bridge so that it's easier for people to come and go from the island. Right now all there is a ferry. So they're very isolated. And she wrote up a whole thing about how there should be a new committee for it, and they should... Oh yeah, so 1 year ago the bridge collapsed. They haven't really said who all died. I don't know if the Reverend Sister was not then, because she died in, what did this say? 1979. But it does mention that people died last year when the bridge collapsed. So I don't think we know who though. Okay, outreach. Then she proposed who she thought this committee should have in terms of titles. And that the voting would be anonymous. There's no special regular term because this is sort of a special circumstance. And this is like covered in coffee, so clearly it wasn't being taken super seriously. And then here we have what I presume is the vote on the bridge proposal, because it says suffragium, which is like vote on the bridge revival committee proposal. And I'm fairly certain that the constellations means that the members cast their vote one way, and then maybe the other three little suns are the other way, but I don't know if positive or negative. I'm guessing probably negative. And then... That's a pin. Let's try it. Oh, I got a pin, but I think that's just from the game. The final piece of information that was in this box was this establishment of the Assembly of the Navigators with the signatures of the members. Very useful. I think that's everything on here. Let me see. Gwen's letter, Clarence letter, photo, encoded note. Yep. Yes. Okay, so that's everything. There's also they call it a virtual desktop, but it's basically where you can access some more files and things like that. Okay, so now that I have all of this here, let's have another look at what Gwen's letter reads, I think. That's probably a good place to start. Hopefully there won't be too much material shuffling around, but I wouldn't be that surprised. Okay, where can I put this? I don't really want this all on my lap. Maybe if we put it here. This isn't actually as cumbersome as it could be, because I once opened up an envelope innocently and there was a bundle of sage that had exploded inside on my bed. So that was great. But yeah, okay, so let's have a look at this letter. Oh, why is my phone lighting up? Oh, Discord, okay. So, hi! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you can watch this. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Did you just get in, or did you hear me trying to explain? Okay, you just got in. So, I think I mentioned to you that Nye and I, for our anniversary, got Hunt a Killer box and solved the case. And I loved it so much that I actually got another one for myself. So the traditional way is that each month they send you a box with part of a clues to solve a mystery. So you just missed me explaining everything, but my notes are on screen. If you have any questions, just ask. This box's current objective is to find evidence to eliminate someone from our list of suspects. This is a murder mystery. Yeah. So this is a murder mystery. So far what I've found from this box is there were 2 encoded notes that were stamped for signatures. The signatures are both constellations, and they correspond to members of this super secret, kind of not really at all, because I think everyone knows that it exists, club called the Navigators, of descendants of the original colonizers of this isolated island. And they appeared to be of the opinion that, you know, everything should stay the same. It shouldn't be connected to the mainland by a bridge, because when they tried to put the bridge up, it mysteriously collapsed last year. And now, guess who? The person who wanted to revitalize it and head up a committee to make that happen. That's the murder victim, so that's where we're at so far. So these notes were encoded with a Caesar cipher, which just means that you shift the alphabet letters based on how many... So there's a key to a Caesar cipher. In this case, the key was the amount of stars in the constellation. So let's say 5, then you would shift the alphabet 5. So now A is not 1, A is 5, and so on. Or you can just shift it. So in this one, the first letter is T. So if the key were 5, which I don't think it was for this, it would be not T, U, V, W, X, Y, Y. The T would equal Y. You can do this by hand. I did not. There are lots of online things that you can type in to do that part of it automatically for you, because it would take some time. There was a different thing that I had to do in the previous box. Let me see if I can show you up here. Oh, for sure. So this was... Come on, I want to show... I swear I wrote this down because I want to show off. No? Okay, so basically this one had this whole note written in zodiac symbols, and you had to... The way that they encoded it was, first of all, they had a secret 13th zodiac sign that you would have only known if you had read this magazine from like the first box really thoroughly, so thanks for that. And then it was, the alphabet was repeating on those numbers, so he had subscripts, so like Leo symbol 2 would be the letter that's in Leo once you go the second time around, because you went 13, that's half the alphabet. Then the zodiac would start over, but you would start with the 14th letter, if that makes sense. That was a bitch to figure out, but I did get that, so. Another thing we have to do is try... That's okay. You should see me when I do this. I'm like 5 hours scribbling like a mad person on my bed. That's why I thought I'd stream this, because I need to get this box finished. And I have not yet. So things that we need to find out in this episode: evidence that clears a suspect. We also need to figure out a password to get into a secret locked folder online. What else? Also, if you want a laugh, we can look at the Neighborhood Good Fences, which is one of those neighborhood websites where neighbors complain about things that are ridiculous and don't need to be posted or complained about. I think the real world equivalent is called Nextdoor or something. I don't know. But yeah, so let's start trying to break into this desktop. So this is the virtual desktop with the idea that we work for Gray Investigators, or Investigations as a detective. So things that are here, we have the website of the town, a playlist that the victim made for her sister, who is our main point of contact. The investigation guide is mostly like, here are the types of codes that you might encounter, and here's what they look like, sort of thing. Screenshots from the... No, actually not screenshots from the Good Fences, because that's here. What are the screenshots here? Oh, these are screenshots about the our person. Okay, I need to use names. The victim's name is Beth. Her sister's name is Gwen. These are texts showing that she tried to text her ex-boyfriend Sully, who is a cop, to get the autopsy report, which we did get, so she was successful. This is a video of Beth's funeral. Her husband is really awkward and uncomfortable. This is a website for Bible verses, because you had to decode a bunch of Bible verses using a book cipher, which is when it's like, go to this Bible verse, this number, this chapter, this number, this word, and then you fill out the note, which I did not see, so I spent all the time trying to figure out which Bible I thought this particular church would use, and then finding a site for that, and then I came on here, and it was like, oh, you can just click here, and I was like... The Click Clack is the victim's daughter, Ruby, on TikTok, but, you know, copyright. And basically what this shows is she posted a video on the night that her mom died, and her mom commented on it, so that helped establish the time of death. JWE site is the skeezy executive guy who builds shit real estate and also skips out on bills. And then finally, Keep Safe is like, what do I want to say? It's like a private cloud server with a password. So the password for this one, which I'm going to need to look, was she had a stone that said hope on it, and you had to shift the word hope backwards and convert that into numbers, I think, and that's what the answer was, but I need to look that up because I don't remember. Nope. I am comprehensive. I will now show off my note-taking skill. Nope, no. So as you can see here, I divided everything by the box, and then at the top I would write the objective as well as what the answer was. So here we have box 2. The objective was to figure out the time of death, and the time of death is between 9:10 p.m. and 10:13 p.m. But I really need to find what the thing is with the... Okay, so this was a stone, and I'm pretty sure it was in this one that I needed to open it because it was a pain in the ass. No? Might be in the other one. Let me see. I truly hope that I do not need to do that again because I don't remember. I really love this. We are closed. I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason, and we're going to be closed for the safety of everyone until I cleanse the negative energy. Okay. No. Oh, there have been some other intriguing things that haven't been connected to anything else yet. So, one of the city members, so when you looked on the city site, right? Interesting things. First of all, someone used a local's hose to shower themselves, hung clothes up in her bushes and shit in her garden. Then a dog was found in the forest with a stick tied to his leash so that the stick followed him, but he didn't seem scared. Another local has been paying water bills from the city, but then he got a real one today and realized that he had been paying fake water bills. And they didn't have any... Like, the fake ones didn't have any usage amounts, but he just paid them anyway. This is true. Kyle asks where to go for dumplings, no replies. I was really comprehensive on this. Yes, thank you. Okay, so the password was hope. When you looked at it, shifting the letters based on the date of the year on a coaster of when this lighthouse was built. And it was a pain in the ass, but it's IWUF. Okay. Nope. U. F. There. So in here we found a lot of interesting things. She had been seen arguing with the pastor. Apparently she was going to this... Wait, reverend. Is a pastor and a reverend the same thing? I don't know. But she had been going to him for marriage counseling. And then Yeah, so he's supposed to be impartial, and then he was like pissed off with her for some reason. I don't remember. And he signs with fucking, this is how he writes coded messages, is with the Bible. So I have those all written somewhere. This Ruby is just pictures of her daughter taken candidly. And first of all, we stand the Hawaiian shirt and the terrible sunglasses, but also I don't know why she has these in a secret locked thing, unless she was thinking of leaving her husband and was worried that she wouldn't get custody, which is my main guess, but I haven't found anything interesting in there besides that. This is an email with the annoying rich guy, and then this Cora is another thing that we need to open. Everything on here is fake. It's just meant to look like a webpage, you know. So Cora is the name of the Reverend Sister who died in 1979, according to this compact that she gave him, which is a weird thing, and it says remember 1979. So you would think that the password is 1979. As far as I understand, it is not. So the clue is the departed shifts in the reflection of the year. Okay, so what's the reflection of 1979? Are we thinking it's backwards? So 9791? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I've tried this before. 9791. They also haven't spelled out how this lady died, but it seems to have been a big deal because Beth named the bridge that they were rebuilding the Cora Reaver Memorial Bridge and made a scholarship in her name. So I don't know what happened to this lady. Wait, shit. I have a letter from the Reverend about that, though. So I guess we should probably read that again to see if there's any more clues. I hope I'm being comprehensive here. If you have questions, I will try to answer them. Just know that my brain is probably all over the place, too. Okay, so this letter says, Gwen, again, this is the victim's sister and our main point of contact in the investigation. You'll forgive me for being inaccessible recently. My work has been keeping me very occupied, and I will not be any more available in the coming weeks. I hope this correspondence will satisfy you so that you no longer need to waste time sitting on my doorstep. He also uses a typewriter, so we're old school. I assume you mean to ask me about your sister and why we didn't always see eye to eye. The most I can say for Beth, though we were once good friends, is that she meant well. I'm sure you heard her desire to renew construction of that tragic bridge. She was stubbornly set on rechristening it after my late twin sister Cora, the Cora Reaver Memorial Bridge. Beth's attempt to honor Cora were misplaced and unwelcome. My sister has been dead for over 40 years. I implored Beth to let the matter be on several occasions, during which I regret I may have become unduly heated. I now ask the same of you. Let me keep my family and past private, rather than a trumpeted headline for all of Mallory Rock, that's the name of the island, and the mainland to pity. With that, I am returning the enclosed, which was a gift from Beth. I do not know what she hoped to achieve, but the constant reminder of Cora within my own reflection did not endear me to her cause. The engraving, particularly, was unnecessary and callous. If I had the choice of forgetting the date my sister was taken from me, I would have done so long ago. I wish you well on your journey to heal, though I know it to be painfully arduous and the end ever elusive. Beth felt that her idealistic dream about a bridge represented the promise of hope and resolution. May you find your peace, Clarence. So, the gift that she gave him was, again, this compact that says, remember 1979. So this clearly holds the password somehow. I don't quite understand how he would be reminded of his sister in his reflection, I guess because they were twins. But I did mess around with this a little bit, and there's nothing else that seems like it has a hidden message. So I don't know. I might try to write out a mirror image of 1979. Okay, let me see. Need to send this? Yes. Yeah, so as you saw, the last one was also letters. So it could be that's what it is. it's gonna be Cora shifted by 1979, I think. So it's either going to be 10, 17, 26. That would just be a full shift, wouldn't it? If the password is Cora, I'm going to actually scream, and then I'm going to kick a wall. But I don't think it is. Cora. No. Okay, good. So there are a bunch of tools that you can use for ciphers like this. I'm going to use one from Voxcentric. This text is really great because they have this, the cipher identifier, so you can put in what you have and it'll tell you what it thinks the most likely cipher is. But then once you have that, you can look at all the tools they have. So assuming this is another Caesar cipher, which I am, so maybe 15? No, 16. 16. I can do math. MYBK. Okay, let's try that. Damn. Okay. Are you saying IGRG as a password idea? Because I'll put that in too. I have no idea. No. I assume it has something to do with the name Cora because of... No. Because of how it was phrased. Because a shift... This Caesar cipher is called a Caesar shift. And I don't think this website, I can try to look, but I don't think there's anything in the investigation guide about any other cipher that's called shift. Nope. 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 Yeah, so this says shift in the name. I don't think... The date cipher. Hello! Okay, so a date cipher uses a repeating number to date as a key to the shift. So, okay, I know what this is. So it's Cora and the key is 196, or 79, right? 1979. UNDE, okay. Basically what they would do is it would just repeat, but actually since the date is just once, then it, like 4 years, 4 letters in the name. So we have to do... Ah, yes, okay. I need to reopen this. I'll explain this when I start putting it in because I know what I mean. Okay, so the name is Cora. First thing is, the first number in 1979 is 1. So we would move that 1 letter over, so it's D. Then the next number is 9. And we have O, so yes, I am going to count on my fingers for this. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, okay? Then we have R with 7, so that's S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. And then A with 9, so B, C, G, H, I, J, K. I hope I counted that right. Nope. Okay. Let me Let me reread this. I'm trying to show off and do this quickly. I can't probably do this in my head. GRGI? Sure. I just closed that, but I will in 1 second. Okay, so a date cipher. Yeah. So the first T would be by 1, H by 2, and so on. So T becomes U. No, yeah, I did that right. I probably just miscounted something. But I will try your idea first, Cass. G, R, G, I. Okay. It also could be shifting with the number as 9791, which, sure, we'll try that now. So C is now 9, so D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, okay. Then O is 7, so P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Then R is another 9, so S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A. And then the last letter is A, which is 1 would be B. Bingo! Okay, let me write that down before I forget. Okay, so... Okay, so we need a new big bullet. Whatever. Okay, so Quora password. Turn that into a bulleted list. Reflect the year 1979 becomes 9791 and use that as a Caesar date cipher to on Quora. Final answer. Oh, it disappeared, didn't it? Shit. Okay. Now I have to do this again. Hold on. Okay, so D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Oh no, wait, we did this backwards. Or I'm sorry, no, that's right. Okay. I have trouble keeping stuff in my head when it's visual. Okay, O is 7, so S-T-U-V, V, R, S-T-U-V, W, X, Y, and then A plus 9, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I hope this was what I had before. Either way, we got in. So here's what we have called Quora. So we have the bridge proposal, which we theoretically have in physical form, a counting screenshot, always good, and then the bridge group email thread. So starting from the top, I want to make sure that this is the same because I don't trust anyone. No, it's not this one. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm having a great time. Okay, the purpose of the bridge BRSC will be to produce a formal proposal to start a new construction of a drivable bridge from Mallory Rock to mainland. Okay, that's the same. Over 1 year ago, struck by its greatest tragedy in recent memories, the collapse of the Mallory Rock Bridge, Anchorage during early stages of construction. Our community lost many loved ones that day and we continue to grieve and heal. However, I have found information that the fault of the collapse has been misattributed. Yeah, that's probably a stupid thing to say when you're trying to get the people who most likely blew it up to approve this. And while the implementation of the bridge construction causes much pain, the concept behind it and its potential are sound. Connecting to the mainland would greatly solidify. Okay, so that's the same. Committee goals. The bridge revitalization would be the first step to achieve these goals. BRSC. Feasible. Gauge public opinion. I understand that proposing is an uphill climb. The aim will be to build a feasibility. She wasn't even saying they should build it. She just said we should make a committee to talk to people about their feelings about maybe building it. Jesus. Okay, this is all the same. There's the missing page. The Mallory Rock Bridge anchorage collapse and funding. Since the collapse of the anchorage, Mallory Rock's involved parties have pursued lawsuits against the state of Maine. It has been our understanding that the state was solely responsible for the collapse as they have the final say on the contracted teams for the project. However, in reviewing the Hendricks Group project files, that would be her husband and in-law's construction company, which explains how she got the files. I found that the responsibility for the collapse may fall more accurately on a contracted company, Anchor Management Land Surveyors, AMLS. AMLS has a flawed project history, which will be fully detailed in the BRSC's research and proposal. There is some evidence that in my research that suggests that AMLS may have misrepresented their history to the state government and other teams on the project. Their careless work while on this project may be the reason the collapse occurred. The significance of this detail is that if AMLS is indeed the at-fault party, the state of Maine may be more inclined to fund this and future projects. Memorial and community approval. The Mallory Rock community's engagement and positive opinion of the new bridge efforts are of utmost importance to the project. Losing our family and friends in the collapse, understandably felt like a betrayal to many on the island. As a town council, it is our goal to make living on this island as comfortable and positive as possible. The town council cannot move forward with a project that would put our community under emotional duress, regardless of the economic gains and future stability that it would bring. Therefore, it is key that the BRSC work to gain the community support for the project during the committee's duration. To this end, I propose that the new construction be named the Cora Reaver Memorial Bridge in honor of a Mallory Rockite who tragically passed away in 1979. Cora was a dreamer. She wanted to go to the mainland to expand her perspective and learn about the world, but she always knew Mallory Rock was her home. Hearing about her life, I truly believe she would have loved her legacy to be the connection between her home and the rest of the world. While people are aware of the Cora Reaver Memorial Scholarship, her legacy deserves to be known and celebrated outside our island. I believe that Cora's story will bring the community together in support of this project. As such, I have already begun communicating with her family to gain their support. Composition of proposed committee. My aim is to allow anyone who volunteers or expresses positive interest in our cause to contribute to the community. However, not all who show interest will be able to commit actively. To this end, I propose 2 teams. The bridge team will be composed of the key personnel of the committee who will lead the mission. And this is where it gets back into what else we have, and I don't think anything else will change here. Okay, so I still want to know how Cora died, but this is a big deal. So the company is called, what was it, AMLS? Yes. All right. Cora. Do this. Files. What was this? Bridge committee proposal had missing page. Findings that a Hendricks construction called, no, what was the name? Anchor Management Land Surveyors. Okay. Bears had misrepresented their building history and therefore were likely cause of the collapse rather than the state of Maine. Alright, so that's motive, obviously, and that is making it a lot more likely that one of her in-laws or even her husband was the killer, but we'll see. Just correct all of these typos. Perfect. So then this note here, where we have the, have you found anything concrete on the anchor management yet? I think I spelled this wrong. Yes, I did. Especially Rocksteady needs a financial boost right now. Interesting. Okay, what else do we have in here? Accounting screenshot. Oh god, numbers. So this is the Sketchy Guy Enterprises. Okay. Demolition. Ooh, okay. So I guess I'll just go through all of these. Ooh, I can download this. Let's do that. I don't want to type it all in. Okay, I guess here we will embed file. Ah. Oh, God bless. Okay. So, inside this reporting accounting thing for this company, we have a deposit to Ryan Drusen for $600 for consultation, totally not suspicious. Zipper Demolition, Centennial Plumbing. That, Gas and Electric Flooring, Owens Stock, Hendricks Group. Okay, so we have lots of individuals, and then we have the husband's company. So that's a little sketch. That's a little sketch right there. Especially because it's for properties of his. So I'm not sure why there were so many individuals. Interesting. Okay, Bridge Group email thread. A chance to talk to Rocksteady. Oh, it wasn't a typo. Or a mistranslation. So what was the other part? He said it was, especially Rocksteady needs a financial boost right now, so winning a lawsuit or a settlement would help us immensely. So was it somebody on the inside? Okay, Rocksteady Support Network. Good morning, Rocksteady. I hope this email finds you well. I've been looking into the events of the collapse over a year ago, thinking of ways Mallory Rock can move forward. I can't tell you how much I admire the incredible work the RSN has done advocating for those who are traumatized by the terrible loss. If you'd let me, I would love to come in and talk to your members about a healing path I can envision for the future. I'm working to pull together a committee to propose revitalizing the bridge project. I believe that the original intent of the bridge construction and the undeniable boosts it would bring to so many facets of Mallory Rock are still solid in foundation. Nope. The efforts of our friends and family who were lost shouldn't go to waste. Even if you're not convinced yet, please allow me to come in and speak with your members directly. I really would like to know how many people died and how close she was to any of them. Okay, Sawyer Davis. We'll have to look for that name again. Hi Beth, thank you for your email. I appreciate your compassion, but I'm hesitant. Introducing the idea of rebuilding the bridge now would be too soon for many of our members to consider. As you mentioned, our network is focused on healing, and I don't want to cause undue anxiety or fear. How exactly will your proposal help our members? Yes, we got the website! Well, we got the network, but email, but it's fine. I'm not sure we can help you. I hope you understand. What are your credentials, sir? Just out of curiosity. Hi Sawyer, I completely understand your concerns, and of course the well-being of our friends and family is always my priority. How many people live on this island? There are two clarifications that I think would make this worth hearing. The new bridge would be a completely separate construction from the one built on Woodard Strand. It is a completely new initiative. The safety and stability of the new construction site would be a priority. There's something I've come across in my preliminary research that might be particularly important to RSN with potential for litigation. A contracting company named Anchor Management Lands Surveyors, I want to say anger management so bad, somehow avoided scrutiny after the collapse. At least I hadn't heard of it. Looking at the paperwork, I believe that RSN could take legal action against Anchor Management and have a very strong case. Going after Anchor Management instead of the state, like the council currently is, also means that the state might be more willing to partially fund the new bridge. Please let me know what you think and if there's a time we can work out for me to come in. I wouldn't be so adamant about this if I didn't think it was worth it. Hello. Points are impactful. Thanks for clarifying. I know we all want what's best and trust your good heart and thoroughness. Can you come to our weekly meeting before our weekly meeting next Friday? I want a chance to talk to you before you potentially speak with everyone. Our meeting is at 9, so why don't you come at 8? First of all, what kind of support group meets at 9 o'clock on Friday nights? Oh, they did meet. Okay, so this wasn't on the day of her death. Okay. Thanks again for speaking with me tonight. Sorry, I really enjoyed working with you. I know Clarence wasn't very open to the idea of a new bridge, but I'll try and talk to him one-on-one in the next couple weeks to see if he'll come around. We both want the best for Mallory Rock. Until then, I agree it's best to keep this all under wraps. Okay, so they appear to be on friendly terms. I don't trust this person. Last name Davis. Let's see if that is one of the Constellation members. I love that, as usual, the big bad is just a bunch of dudes who are that are pretending they live in a secret society. Because they feel real cool that they make constellation stamps and do arts and crafts. Okay, so here we have, what was his name? Davis. Okay. So we have Ballantine, Ferris, Ballantine, Good, Hendricks, Reaver, Woodard, Reaver, Hendricks, and Gundy. Okay, so this person is presumably not a descendant of the Navigators people. I'm slightly unsure about their gender, because if they're a woman and they took the husband's name, then they could still be related to these people. I'll have to look. I'm gonna have to email them, and I don't know what to say because it's not real, but also what if I just emailed them anyway? Okay, so can I even do this? Ha 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 ha. So this email is usually used to contact Gwen once we figured out whatever they wanted us to figure out. But good email. I don't even know what I would say. Hey, why are you like this? Alright, let's look on the town website and see if we can find this Sawyer. Okay, town manager. What is a town manager? Amandi Noga. Good to know. Oh no, I'm out of water. Town council. So we have Amandine, Jennifer Sirocco, Chris Ballantine. He's one of the people, Navigator people. Hendricks, that's the father-in-law, and also a Navigator, and then he is Gundy. He is not on the Navigators because he filled in the seat of the dead lady on the council, but someone named Jacob Gundy is. He's on the thing as well. Bates, good. So her husband and maybe his brother is also on the council. This is our favorite hippie lady who has been cleared of the murder, but her last name is Gundy, which means, so she's Eddie's daughter, Maybe it's her brother? She's dead. Sorry. Okay, what else can we find on here? Local business spotlight. This is the person we're supposed to be talking with. Safety. Hello. Oh, this is the cop. This was part of how I solved where the body went because I had to look at riptide currents, which was fun. What's new? Okay, Eve Journey won the scholarship. This was the science fair where you track the records. That's not the right word. Oh well. Nothing there. Maybe on Good Fences where all the neighbors bitch about each other. Okay. Okay, here we have Stacia Ballantine, Grand Duchess. Okay. I should make a family tree or something. Dan Short, Richard Bonner, Valerie Madsen, Retta Smith. She seems very cool, but there isn't much of her besides on this site. Stacia, Ron Clontz. Seriously, what kind of adult names themselves Grand Duchess on the fucking neighbor website? This is the rich guy. I guess she called herself Ferris Wheel, but still. Stephen Wargo, Rhoda Morales, Kyle Lowe. Deuces Wild, Mr. Pines, Foxhound. Good God. This Mother Island. I've read this, but I'm just gonna read it now because I feel like doing that. So this is Needing to Vet. So as many of you know, I'm like the nicest person. Could you grab me some more water, please? It's really hot in here. Thank you. It's hard work solving mysteries. There's like 2 people watching and one of them is Cash, so you're fine.
Hi, Cash.
So I think we figured out that her husband, yeah, so this is, her husband was having an affair with Sam. And Beth confronted her, so this is Sam's, reaction, I guess. So as many of you know, I'm like the nicest person you'll ever meet, but there's something that's been weighing on my spirit lately. I feel like I'm up against a wall with this acquaintance of mine. Our energies just clashed all the time, and we've been at odds for over 30 years at this point. I honestly wish she'd just disappear, but, I mean, you guys know me well enough to know that I would never wish harm on anyone. If not for them, then at least to protect my own psyche. No need to take on bad karma, am I right? But enough's enough. This woman thinks she knows what's best for everyone when she doesn't even know the half of it. And her poor husband, my gods, I can't even get any contract work done at the shop without her complaining about it. To be fair, if my aura was as overbearing as hers, I'd probably be worried about my husband leaving for a better person too. You all should see her trot around the town hall. She treats me like I'm somehow less than her, even though we're on the same team. I've even went so far as to send her a peace offering before, a very nice herbal skin lotion from Mother Island that's currently in stock, but she claimed it caused her to break out. Yeah, right, my store is all homeopathic and every item is charged with good manifestations. So if you broke out, it was from something you did, not me. Maybe it was from micromanaging your husband and everyone else in your life. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. I've just been so stressed lately because this woman keeps bringing all this negativity into my space and I just want to be done with it. Have any of you experienced this before? How'd you handle it? You're ridiculous. Sam, are you okay? Doubt it. I'm fine, just a little frustrated. Thanks for checking in. Why don't you try talking to them about it honestly instead of posting such a passive-aggressive note on a public forum? I've tried several times, actually. Are you serious? Yes, I have. And if she thinks I haven't, she's more than welcome to come to by my shop and talk to me for once. Yeah, I had an old roommate of mine that wouldn't leave me alone for years. Bad case of main brain. He finally let me meet his soulmate and I couldn't be more thankful. Just hang in there, always finds its way out eventually. Dude, you're one to talk. Listen, I'm still here, ain't I? What? Okay. Maybe we can ask for a member list of that meeting. That could be useful. Best place for dumplings. This is the weird networking one again. He has a light up business card though, that's fun. This is somebody bitching about people yelling, which presumably were Beth and the Reverend. Still not seeing any Sawyer though, so let me know if you do. Nope. Why do I keep hitting that one? Stop it. Ruby, honey, don't post on this. This is for middle-aged adults to bitch about their neighbors. This was mostly used to show basically how long Beth was alive. Obviously, she posted at 9:10, so she was alive, but then she died like right after that, which is kind of awkward. Not quite a cubic yard of books, but close. Okay, monthly digest, top posts. Squirrels keep breaking into my house and I'm tired of it. R.I.P. Mrs. Wolf, Jesus. So this is about how the houses that the developer guy built are really shitty. Then the next one is, okay, that's continuing this. This is about summer people. They don't like tourists, basically. Oh, this was funny. She posted this bitching about the door, and then the family was like, actually, we painted that, not the random summer people. Like, how would they even be allowed to do that legally? I don't know what she was thinking. And then apparently they stole a sign, or somebody stole a sign. And so it said they took off no swimming. This is presumably what killed Beth. They took it off the sign, hit her behind the head, and then pushed it in the water. And that's all, but I still haven't found this Sawyer person, which is frustrating because you'd think we know. Well, we could try. What was there? I've forgotten the email already, but it was in the contacts probably. So I am just gonna switch from this for 1 second. No, actually, I use my work email for this, or not my, like my, so it's the same as my username is what I'm saying. Okay. So the first time I did this, fun fact, I sent this really long email that was like kind of rambly and explaining why I thought what I thought. And I just got like the auto reply of this isn't right, and then I realized that all you had to do was send like the answer and nothing else. No, not Gwen. We are going to someone else. Can I not type? Are you not gonna let me? Please? Please? Fine. Maybe if I click on it, it will take me. Because that would be nice. Yes! Okay, member list. If I'm using a dead woman's email, this should be fun. Hi Sawyer. Just wanted to check in and ask for a member list of the Rock Steady Support Network. I want to have a handle, how do we want to put this? Like to have more knowledge of who all was affected by the collapse and how. Please ignore the fact that I am dead and have been for a while now. It's fine. I'm hoping we... Yep! Yes! I don't know how this person's gonna react to being a ghost. Yes! Okay. The Rock Steady Support Network meets every Friday from 9 to 10. Between meetings, though, we love hearing from voices. I always thought group therapy is a thing for, like, feeble-minded people. What? Okay, so Wesley Bryan, Tiffany Liao, Belinda Smithson, Sawyer and Nelson. Who is Nelson? Roger Astaire. I'm not giving you money. So I haven't seen any of these people in any of the things that I've been reading. that makes me suspicious. I guess what, oh, that's it. It'll eliminate the Reverend as a suspect because he's always here every night at Friday from 9 to 10, which is when she was killed. Okay. So now we have to contact Gwen and say, I need to make sure I say this correctly, otherwise it will get pissy at me and I don't want to rewrite it. Okay, so eliminate another suspect. Just put the full name. Okay, so it's Reverend. I don't know your full name, but I will. Oh, it's Clarence. Right? Yes. Reverend Clarence Weaver. And the nice thing about this, because it's auto, is as soon as I sent this, we'll know. Like, it'll send an email immediately. Yes! Okay. So, he is now off our list of suspects. Very good. Let's see. Result. Rev, because he runs a support group during time of death. Very good. Then I will go back up here and cross out him. So the only people that are left on our suspect list are the rich guy and her family-in-law, which is just great. Oh, goody, a voicemail. Okay, so you're right. Reverend Weaver couldn't have killed Beth if he was at a Rocksteady meeting, but whoever did kill her must know more than I thought. Check the audio attachment I'm sending you. This is them, it has to be. They know what we're doing. 4 suspects left. I don't know what to think. I mean, we're obviously on the right track if the killer is calling me, but I'm kind of freaking out about it. I'm going to call Sully. He has to be able to figure something out about where the call came from. And maybe he can look into the anchor management company that keeps popping up. I'm really glad you're helping. I'm not sure what I'd do with you. I don't want to listen to it. Fine. Okay, first of all, I don't understand that, so we might have to look at a transcript. Second of all, hate that voice. Can I? Okay. I can't understand that at all. Okay, not even a little bit. So this is where we go to the website, which, oh, I can turn this back on, which has hints and things, but it also has more accessibility stuff. So transcripts, caption videos, things like that, which is very nice because I don't like listening to audio clues at all because a lot of the time, and I don't think this place necessarily would, but in a lot of ARGs, audio clues involve like really painful sounds for me that you're supposed to like analyze or whatever, and I hate that. So if you give me a transcript, I will much prefer it. Okay, so it's huntakiller.com, Mallory Rock, and then there's a password. I also quite like to look through all of the hints and things once I have decided that I have found everything, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, so this is episode 4. Password is Nighthead. Don't know what that means. Okay. Accessibility! Okay, we have that, and so we need... No? Transcript. I don't need handwritten transcripts. What are you talking about? Fuck. I'm gonna have to listen to it again, aren't I? I don't want to. Okay, maybe if we turn it down speed wise. Oh wait, I forgot I can turn up my volume. That would probably help a little bit. Ah, okay. So he said, I'm just gonna write this out in my notes, so. Okay, so nope. Nope. Anonymous voicemail said, keep sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. I think it was, and you'll end up the same as Beth. And you'll meet the same end as Beth. Okay. You'll meet the same end as Beth. Okay. That might be it for this box. So now we are going to look at all of the reveal hints and things like that to see if I missed anything, but I don't think I did, I hope. Ah! Nope. Stay in here. Gotta keep your notes organized, or at least I do. Nope. Fine. Can't pull this up. Nope. There we go. Alright, so let's have a look here. Hints and reveals. So, bunch of things here, and then the actual reveals are here as well. So I guess we'll start with the hints, especially because I'm pretty sure I figured out the notes. So encoded notes, yep. Yep, that's the thing about the picture and the Caesar cipher code. Yep, okay. Core hint. Yep, did that. Did that. Did that. Beth really does like 4-character passwords. Did that. That was actually really easy. Okay. Okay. Perfect. And then for the bridge, it's a shame we can't email Beth. What happens if you click the email link? Okay, so we got all of that. Just to be super safe. Reveals. That's the shift. I knew that. The 11-star note. Yep. Anchor management. Rocksteady needs financial boost. The other one is files from mom in the desk drawers. Locked folder. Cora's his sister. I knew that. Yep. Got that too. Got that too. That was fun. I guess I could have written everything, but I enjoyed that. Yep. And yep. So solution is, yeah. To complete this episode, open the contact and send second suspect and reverse. So we did it! Yay! That was fun! I thoroughly enjoyed that. Okay, so they know what we're doing. Blah, 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 blah. Sick. Okay. So what should we do now? Do you want to look for other things? I like this one ARG called Cafe and Diner, and they have plenty of things to decode. Or would you rather watch me, like, do we want to do more Danganronpa and see if I can finally get someone killed, which is a really weird thing to say, but also accurate for that game. Whew. I'm kind of up for whatever. It's Saturday night. Cash, what do you want me to do? Congratulations, you get first choice. What do you want me to do? I mean, Danganronpa is a mystery. This is also obviously lots of puzzles. So you want me to do more ARGs? Because I will. Like, this wasn't even an ARG. If you want to see some real freaking ARGs, I will show you, because the people, these are like random people. Sometimes it's by one person and they... Fuck it. Let's do Cafe and Diner. Okay. So, you want to get into Cafe and Diner. Go to the website. The website is Cafe and Diner. Totally normal cafe. The best coffee across the country. 4 locations. Astoria, Oregon. Oh, I can put the music back on. Nope, not that one. Palm Beach, Florida, Long Island, New York, and Long Beach, California. Just another typical combination cafe and diner. Vive le café et le dîner, which is long live the cafe and the diner. First opened in 1992 somewhere in Long Beach, California, the Cafe and Diner quickly caught the eye of the local competition after the release of their Hotbed blend in 1993. Since then, the Cafe and Diner have been front and center in the coffee trade. The first cafe would then go on to outsell the Open Doors Church and Cafe in 1997, before being shut down due to an unexpected fire resulting in the original owner's death. The cafe would reopen 4 years later in 2001 under new but familiar management. With a unique and eccentric staff, the second cafe was able to outsell its largest competitor, the Lighthouse S&P. Though success came at a cost, it was no longer financially advisable for the cafe to continue on. That is, of course, until 2016, when a large influx of capital from a mysterious pair of investors once again opened the cafe for the 3rd time. Elsewhere on the other side of the country, a barista from the first cafe franchised their own version of the cafe in Palm Beach, Florida. While the Florida Cafe served the darkest coffee possible, the 3rd cafe took root in Long Beach and germinated into a fine successor to the first and second cafe. After a series of unfortunate and unforeseeable circumstances, the remaining staff of the first and second cafe merged with the 3rd cafe and other cafe into what is currently known as the 4th cafe. While the investors have been paid off, there are still a few debts left that the cafe must pay, so please buy our coffee and become a patron of this fine establishment. Whew, okay, our carefully selected coffee blends, une gorgée à la fois, is, I'm pretty sure, something about like vomit that you throw up. Here, let me check. My French is rusty. So basically, I'll tell you right now, to get the main part of this story, you need to find a password to get into the archives. I know what this password is, but I was told it, so I want to see if I can find it. Oh, un gorgée à la fois. One sip at a time. That's actually normal. And then the quote is a bunch of random letters. And the description is charred brimstone in the darkest of darkness. Mysterious herbal liqueurs, bright sulfur flames, ancient crystals, forked tongues, webbed feet, and the only light left in the darkest hours of the night. This bold, medium dark roast is currently a triple threat. Prices... weirdly, it goes 2,684 ounces. I have to do math again. Oh no, that doesn't work as quite as I thought. Currently not for sale online. Cafe and Diner. Processed wash roast full city. I don't know about coffee, so I don't know what this means. Next one, MQOPB-8. This classic dark roast coffee of the Cafe and Diner. Oh no, the coffee. Classic. Coffee is served hot or not at all. Late nights go hand in hand with comfort food, and always watch behind your back. Then we have more pricing and stuff. This time it goes 6,248. Currently not for sale online, etc., etc. This one is Deep Forest Pines meet exotic otherworldly flavors. A murder of crows, a fly-swarmed carcass, and the light of a dying star. This medium brew will keep you on your feet planted on the ground and is certain to feed the beasts within. Nope. Currently not for sale online. Now it goes 6,842. And that is all. Archive access. Friends are expected. Patrons are welcome. And then if we go over to employees, we have all of the employees. So the employees are not given, are not like said by names, they're only numbers. And on social media, they have different sign-offs, which they mention here. So, Astoria, Oregon location. Manager number 1. Initials JH, pronouns she, her. Interest, conspiracies, mysteries, and coffee. Favorite drink, black coffee, sometimes with a bit of raw sugar. Favorite food, chow mein. Star sign, Cancer, Gemini, cusp. Social media sign-off, manager number 1 or -1. Short bio. What's there really to say? I've been serving coffee since 1995. I'm the owner. Manager number 2. Initials NL, pronouns he, him. Interests, UFOs, aliens, and extraterrestrial life forms. Favorite drink, coffee, black of course. Favorite food, microwave stuff. Star sign, Taurus, Gemini, cusp. Sign off on social media is //2. Short bio, I've been working for the Cafe and Diner since 1995. My roles are varied as a manager, though my primary interest lies in researching and studying things of an extraordinary nature, even by our standards. Employee number 17, initials FB, pronouns he, him. Interests, French literature, esotericism, apocryphal canon. Favorite drink, espresso. Favorite food, Monte Cristo. Star sign, Virgo. Sign off is -17. Short bio. There's not much I can say about myself, for my lips are sealed. Oh, I think this is meant to be a French accent. There's not much I can say about myself, for my lips are sealed, eh? I've been with the cafe since 1992, so I also had a hand in its creation in 1998. Employee number 26, initials NL, pronouns he, him. Interest, statistical analysis and risk management. Favorite drink, hot chocolate with a bit of something extra, you know. Favorite food, my wife's cooking. Star sign, Libra, Scorpio, cusp. Social media sign off, what's that? Short bio. Me and my wife worked for the Cafe and Diner 20 years ago, but we've been longtime supporters of their business since at least 95. I'm just really jazzed to be back in action here. I can't wait to, serve that coffee and help those customers. Boy, do I really want to help those customers. Help them real good. Employee number 44, initials NL, pronouns she, her. Interest, romantic literature and gothic horror. Favorite drink, apple cider. Favorite food, pumpkin soup. Star sign, Aquarius. Sign off is heart 44 heart. That I have no idea. I will ask if you've noticed anything interesting about the employee numbers. Short bio. Well, goodness, I'm not sure what to say. I suppose me and my husband have been on and off again baristas, though we wanted to lend our help again to our cafe companions to pay off their debts. Employee number 323. Right? Initials DH, pronouns he, him. Interest, music of any genre. Favorite drink, flavored seltzer water. Favorite food, Hawaiian pizza. I'm guessing they want it pronounced the correct way because they spelled it the correct way. Star sign, Aquarius. Sign off E.323. Short bio. I used to work for the Third Cafe and Diner, but I had to leave to take care of some family business. Though considering what the Cafe and Diner is up to these days, I figured I might as well help out again. They could use all the help they can get. Employee number 2312. Initials AG. Pronouns he, him, they, them, whatever. Interest, comic books and causing trouble. Favorite drink, wouldn't you like to know? Favorite food, it's not legal around these parts, though I suppose I could go for a taquito if you're offering. Star sign Pisces. Social media sign off -2312. Short bio, an interesting question, which is to say, who is to say I haven't always been a member of the cafe and no one noticed? I mean, believe me or not, and I would tend to lean towards not myself. I've been here as long as the old man has. Seen it all. Seen nothing. No more questions. Ow! Now that it's warm, my legs keep sticking to this chair. Okay, Palm Beach, Florida location. Manager number 4. Initials JM, pronouns he, him. Interests, fauna, both great and small. Favorite drink is whiskey. Favorite food is beef stew. Oh, I just realized I didn't switch back. That is my bad. Okay, now you can see the website and things should make more sense. Okay, let's get that. Move that here. Okay. Star sign is Leo. Sign off is -4. Short bio. I'm manager number 4 at the Palm Beach location. Manager number 5, initials JM. Pronouns he, him, they, them. Interest symbology. Favorite drink is absinthe. Favorite food is beans on toast. Star sign is Scorpio, and sign off is number 5. Short bio. Read the archives. You'll get to know me better that way, Choice. I don't know why he always says Choice. Manager number 6, initials JL, pronouns she, her, interest divination, crystals, and spiritual healing. Favorite drink herbal tea. Favorite food vegan crunch wrap. Star sign Sagittarius. Sign off PLJ or PLJ exclamation point heart or peace, love, and joy exclamation point if I have the space. Short bio. I joined the Florida Cafe and Diner. Well, actually, it's kind of unclear, but I started serving coffee when I turned 18. I like to do tarot readings, and I like to meditate, and I like to sing, and I like to bake, and I like to draw, and sometimes I like to write. I mean, not like receipts, but just like write for fun. Employee number 71. Initials SB, pronouns he, him. Interest making connections. Favorite drink, coffee black. Favorite food, blueberry scone. Star sign Pisces. Social media sign off, keep in touch, 71. Short bio, happy to be of service again. Employee number 224. Initials RB, pronouns he, him. Good God, this is a lot of reading. Swamps, water of course, flies are good. Slippery things, being a human, learning new languages. Favorite drink, water of course. Favorite food, I like to eat, well, you see, okay, I like to eat many normal human things. What would you, also a fellow human, suggest? Star sign gives off Pisces vibes. Social media sign off, that face. Short bio. Well, okay, so I used to be a customer of the Florida Cafe and Diner, but then you see, I thought the coffee was so good, and they really said this part, they said that they do not serve normal human boys, so that I simply had to join the Cafe and Diner as a server. Yes, that is how I joined the Cafe and Diner, and then, okay, so then after that, the cafe shut down for a bit, and I spent some time abroad, yes, okay, and then I ended up, oh, okay, yes, I will leave that to the archives, yes, but, okay, so now I work here again, it's very exciting. Employee number 422, initials D, pronouns he, him, interest mischief, favorite drink, a nice cocktail, favorite food, a nice afternoon cocktail, star sign, this is the weird 13th one, Ophiuchus, social media sign off, squiggle 422 squiggle, short bio, I joined the Cafe and Diner to help my good pal number 5 out, and considering the circumstances as of late, I figured I should rejoin to help him out once again. Plus I get a returning customer discount. Employee number 512, initials KW, pronouns she, her, interests, angels, and theological study, favorite drink, strawberry milk, favorite food, not sure anymore, used to be cinnamon rolls, star sign, Libra, social media sign off is this cow emoji with the magic, short bio, well, I got involved with the Cafe and Diner after they helped me out about 2 years ago. Things in my life sort of, changed in a big way, so it's nice to have allies like them. Employee number 1313, initials RR, pronouns she, her, interest poetry, favorite drink is London Fog, favorite food is biscotti, star sign Libra, social media sign off, yours unseen, 1313, short bio, what is there really to say about myself? As if I were a book to be read on the shelves. I've been with the Cafe and Diner for quite some time. You can always find me by my grandiloquent rhymes. Okay, Long Island location. Manager number 3, initials JL, pronouns she, her, interests, classic horror and slasher stuff, drink coffee or tea, food, whatever's fast and cheap, sign Pisces, sign off, dash number 3, bio. I was the prior owner of the third cafe and now I run the Long Island location with manager number 7. Don't you know enough about me to write a short bio? I think it's one biscotto and then one or more biscotti. Yeah, I remember actually in high school you would get annoyed about that because people would sell them as biscottis, but biscotti is already the Italian plural. Manager number 7, initials JW, pronouns she, her. Interests, that's a tough question. I guess lots of things like baking and craft stuff. I like to make things. Drink, cotton candy latte, food, anything sweet. Star sign is Virgo, social media sign off is squiggle7. Bio, I haven't been with you guys for that long, just since 2020, but I've always had a wonderful time with the Cafe and Diner. I've still got lots to learn, but it's just coffee. How hard can it be, right? How many more of these are there? Okay, employer number 35. Gotta go a little bit faster. Favorite drink? Matcha green tea latte. Bio, I've been working here since the third cafe. I manage paperwork. Oh my god, I'm like a division Yankee goon. I really need to do more in-person coffee selling. Employer number 53, PhD in internet culture. Favorite food, fear. Bio, welcome to my twisted mind. Number 62, likes RPGs. Favorite drink is Mountain Dew Voltage, RIP Black Label. Sign off, it's a me, 62. Me and number 3 went to high schools together, and then she just sort of asked me to join her cafe and diner project. Been here ever since. I do the tech stuff. 116, Cowboys. Keep y'all updated. Well, I reckon I've been with the cafe and diner for quite some time now. I was back with the third cafe posse. Before that, I did some work in the salt and pepper industry, what have you. What else is there really to say? I like the work I do here. Lots of hand-on, customer wrangling and whatnot. Ooh, it's good fun. 161, interests, cards, peppermint hot chocolate, cupcakes. It's me, your friendly employee number 161. I do a lot of the, well, I guess creative vision for the archives and website. It's kind of like the marketing genius. I make all the fun titles and descriptions, and I'm the one who puts together the employee interviews. I also do some actual coffee selling, though not as much lately. I joined the cafe and diner back when it was run by manager number 3, and I've been bringing smiles ever since. Oh, thank God. 611. Musicals, soda, pizza. I started back with the third cafe, and I've been learning the coffee trade since then. I like stuff, and I'm not sure what else to say. How long is it supposed to be? Employee Hall of Fame. I can't keep doing these. You'll learn as we go. So basically, if you didn't notice, all employee numbers, not including managers, add up to 8. So 17, 26, 35, 44, whatever. They all add up to 8. The password to the archives is 8888. The coffee menu stuff also involves 8. There's a lot of 8s hidden on the public website. But I want to get into the receipts, and so we need the archives password. But if you get confused, you go to help, and it says, do you need help? They may or may not be able to serve you, temporarily on hold. They do have email forms if you have questions. But yeah, so we're gonna go to archives now. So, password 8888. Here we are, welcome to the archives. So these are all scheduled. The current story that's happening is debt come due. Then there are other things being archived or have been archived. The last major update was from about a week ago, and it is, let's see, it's mostly about what's been added to the archives. And so yeah, if you click on archive information, they'll give you some advice about where to start. So here's how all of the receipts work. The receipts work by having things up at the top to make an RC4 key. An RC4 key, or an RC4 rather, is a completely computer randomized code. So like this, for example. So to decode it, you need to copy the text, click on the RC4 decoder, and then put in the password. So password of the patrons, for example, is 8818, 8888. So a lot of the time, there will be a clue, usually words, sometimes it's a picture, and you have to figure that out to get the receipt decoded. Some of them are what's the word? Not encrypted. So we're gonna start by reading the ones that they suggest. They're all referenced in brackets, so like Cafe 1, Cafe 3, Cafe Main, Cafe 4, and then it talks about different stories if you'd like to figure that out. What do I need for diner receipts? You're on your own. Those are like double, triple encrypted. What's currently happening, as I said, is debt come due. And yeah, so I guess we'll just start with C1 DIS06. And these are like corresponding cases. So it's diner DIS6. So September 30th, 1995, the owner. Date is written on the 30th of 95 in September. Well, that was harrowing, wasn't it? Mrs. Pleasant attempted to cause quite the scene in our little cafe and diner, but that's just like her. Thankfully, we were more than able to satisfy her late night cravings. Well, if you consider 8:30 or so to be late night. More of an evening snack. Regardless, our service was top-notch, and I can only assume she'll be giving us a glowing review. A review so good it has to catch our clerical competition's eyes. In that spirit, I think it's high time that we have some rules of conduct for the cafe and diner. We need to keep our service top-notch, and after the month we've had, it's probably best for the best. I know you all are not ones for rules, but I hope you can think of these as guidelines at best. Well, except for rules 1, 7, 9, and 13. Those are rules, although I hope you've been following rule 1 already. So, rule number 1. All employees must wash their hands. Rule number 2. Coffee is not to be served in the cafe. 3. Friends are expected, patrons are welcome. 4. Close in August. 5. We do not care where you park your cars. 6. Don't park your cars in a red zone. 7. The next number does not exist. 9. So stop looking for it. 10. Pumpkin spice rots your teeth. 11. Rules are meant to be broken. 12. A quiet day is a good day. 13. Smile, you're on camera. Now, of course, these rules are only intended for the diner. The cafe has its own set of rules which you can find in the cafe. Keep in mind rule 2. As for our next move concerning the Open Doors Church, I expect next month to be a rather important one for them. However, thanks to our outstanding service last night, I don't expect them to make any major moves yet. Though we still need to figure out what exactly Padre's little red book entails, and according to Mr. Gray, Mr. Walker knows more about it. Finding him might prove, well, challenging, but for once I think I've beaten 17 to a store, so I'll keep you all updated. Happy end of September, rule number 7, which is, again, the next number does not exist. These are all tagged as well. It is very well organized. It's just also a lot. So here's the next one they recommend reading. That it errored out, which I don't think is actually part of the code. I think it just errored out, so that sucks. Okay, next one then. CAD, so cafe and diner. CM01. Well, hello my cafe and diner family. This is manager number 2 from the 13th of December 2019. Some of you know me, others know my lovely assistant Sophie Grenbern, but I'm the primary shareholder of Eights Holdings Incorporated, Mulderry, Yonomo. Now, I used to own only 33% of Eights Holdings, but after a very generous arrangement with Eight, I now own 66% of the company. As a result, I am now the majority shareholder of the cafe and diner. How exciting. Things will naturally be different, and I do have some demands. I've been looking over your books, and 2 things stand out to me. 1. Too many puzzles. Eight is well aware that I am not a fan of puzzles. Just file the receipts, please. If you must use puzzles, please make sure to update me with the passwords at the end of every week. I'll be checking. 2. Why is everyone using different receipt filing systems? I feel this is too confusing, and as such, I have struck a deal with the ever-industrious Marcel Blackwood from Barista Tech to build brand new CAD/COM systems. Along with new CAD/COMs, we need to fix the employee roster a bit, yes? If you were to ask me how many 8s is too many 8s, I'd say 1. Ha, just kidding. Mostly. But honestly, why are there 6 of you? Well, don't answer. I actually know why. It's partially my fault. You can keep calling yourself the 8 if you want, but I wouldn't worry so much about the sacred mantle. You're under Yonomo's protection now, so manager will be fine. I also don't necessarily know all of your names, so you'll be managers in the order I know you best. 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take the number 2 title, as I am very well suited to the number 2. As for the minions, whatever numbers you want will be fine, but try to condense them a bit, will you? I'm not a fan of larger numbers unless they're in my bank account. See, you have nothing to worry about. I'm a jokester if there ever was one. Seriously, I don't want numbers above 4 digits if it can be helped. You could, of course, just number yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., but I know you all love that number 8 so much. Also, you can't keep working out of 8's apartment. It's sad and unbefitting of an organization such as ours. That's why I've spared no expense in securing you a new physical location in Long Beach. Some of you might be familiar with it, but I have been assured that the Open Doors Church is not haunted, just abandoned. but it should do for the time being, and you might just find that under the floorboards is quite the setup of coffee equipment left by the previous owner. I do wonder what happened to Padre Santos, wink wink. Now I would love it if we could get back to doing just that as a cafe and diner family. There are a few more people I'd like you to serve some coffee to. That reminds me. I am aware of the regrettable and unfortunate loss of one of your founding members. It's a tragedy, but we'll make her proud. Well, I don't know if we could make her any more proud than she already was, but we can honor her memory by becoming the biggest and best cafe and diner yet. With love, Muldra. One of them, yes. So the Long Beach location. Okay, what's the last one? Okay, I'm gonna read this and then we can go into a specific story and I can try to explain if you're confused, because it is very confusing. Alright, so this is Long Beach, September 17th, 2021. Hello everyone. Service and... Oh, and the security is diner. Note the security, it'll be a thing. Hello everyone, servers and patrons alike. Friends too, though I'd rather skip the pleasantries for them. Seeing as we're once again staffed up despite the fee we lost along the way, it's probably a good idea to reopen the cafe to patrons. For how long? Who knows? If things go 72, we'll go back to reservations only. Of course, this brings a few questions. What about the archive project Long Island was working on? It's still ongoing. Last I heard, they were working with the Palm Beach team to get some of their receipts decrypted for the site. Seeing as whatever our current cases end up being will make their own way to the archives anyway, that is where patrons can find our public receipts as they release them. Of course, I cannot predict what we'll be up against, so as the boss, I'm just putting out a general rule that not everything will be publicly available. At least not immediately. Basically, if the coffee's too hot, we have to let it cool. Speaking of coffee that is still too hot, the haunting. Considering what we found out, we can't put any of that on the site yet. It's far too dangerous to those we love and those we hate. Not to mention, I'm sure our patrons have had enough on their plates with the 8 accessible archives. On that note, we're still looking for 3 of the archives, though it hasn't been a priority. One of the archives, the Indigo Wars, is pretty heavily corrupted thanks to some unauthorized overtime. We'll probably need the Bistro's help in getting that one cleaned up. And then Diner is in the same category as the haunting. I have the files. I can't release them yet. I'm sure you all understand. So, how can patrons help us? Now that we have a chaotic number of employees spread out across the country, we can look into a lot more comfort food than before. If you or someone you know sees something that requires a cup of coffee, let us know. Like the page says, we can't make any promises, but we'll do our best, especially now that we're a bit more travel limited. In addition, our new receipt system does allow for comments on a post-by-post basis. Sometimes we might turn these on if we need your input or help with a customer receipt. What about sweeteners though? Well, sweeteners will be given out as needed when possible. Due to the nature of ongoing cases, we can't always sweeten your coffee for you. Though the passwords have always been more of a deterrent to our customers than for our patrons, so always feel free to reach out by Twitter or email. Okay. So, I need to go back to the archives. So, which one should we delve into? The current cafe, the third cafe, the other cafe, the second cafe, the first cafe, additional archives, or unavailable archives, which are unavailable, as you may have guessed. Basically, there are different cafes, so different locations and time periods, and then in cafes, there are different stories. So, Otherworldly Adventures took place in the current cafe in 2020. Det Come Do is the current cases. The other cafe? Okay. Welcome the Dark or Enter the Light? I think chronologically Welcome the Dark comes first, so we'll do that. Okay. A washed-up warlock, an ex-cryptid hunter, and a bohemian psychic take up the mantle of 8 to protect Florida from falling into the ever-ebbing tides of a new sinister organization known only as the Dark. Follow the manager, Big Guy, HR, Payroll, and their newest hire, New Guy, as they team up with a rotating set of baristas to shed some much-needed light on the dark, for in the beginning, there was only darkness. So first, we have the Nutcracker Suite, and then these are our main players in different places. So for the Dark, we have... I don't think so. we'll just get into that later, I suppose. And then as you can see here, these are coded by different people and sub-stories. So like FNC will go with FNC1, FNC2. CFNC03 means that it's going to be encrypted and so on. So we might as well start with FNC01. Okay. So yeah, if it doesn't say what any level of security it has, then it's just going to be plain text. Okay, order, latte, customer, Pedro, server, barista. Hey guys, it's Zach here, aka Barista. These new code names are really going to take some getting used to. I don't really see what's so bloody confusing about employee 11411, which still equals 8. Maybe I'm just used to it though. In any case, I'm excited to be helping out the other cafe and diner. Anyway, I'm here right off of 178 near the Real Cafe. Luckily, I didn't have to go all the way out to Florida to help out. No sightings of Pedro yet, but I've only been scouting for an hour. New guy wanted to come along to help. He said he'd be here in an hour or two, so I'm gonna sit tight till then. Do I know who the new guy is? No. But the manager said I wouldn't be able to miss him when he does show up. Just some thoughts, and you don't need to read this section if you don't care. It's kind of exciting to be in a higher position at a cafe and diner. This is a code, okay. Except that I can't shake the feeling that something's off. Weird, right? However, the new 8 seems pretty chill, except I haven't spoken with him face to face yet. Really, in fact, I know less about the new 8 than I did the old 8. Enough babbling, though. In any case, right now I need to focus on Pedro. Everything else can wait until tomorrow. Okay, D... E... A... H... E... T... A... Oh, death. Yes. D... E... Oh no. D-E-T-A... Data? Did I miss one? Data... H... R... E... H-R-E-T... Hereda? Okay, interesting. Not sure what that is, but we'll have a look. Okay, on to FN's, whatever, the next one. Latte, Pedro, Barista. So new guy never showed up. Well, which is weird. He sent a text, but something about it seemed off. He's a little too eager, and he has some odd business that he couldn't tell me about, but it was urgent. I'm equal parts worried for him and about him. Who is new guy anyway? Here's the text I got. It might be some kind of hidden message, but I can't figure it out if there is. Hello, Barista. It's me, new guy. Something came up that I must go help with. Very urgent. You should be okay. Pedro's very friendly. Don't touch them, though. Don't touch them, okay? Very hot. If I finish my business early, I will come help. This is the one that said he was totally a human boy. So, that's unsettling. Kinda. These Floridians are weird. Anyway, no sign of Pedro, but I think we might be dealing with triplets. That, or Pedro loves to make multiple tracks. I'm gonna make sure 8 checks in with new guy. I think I'm getting close to the Pedros, though. They're headed for something. I think it might be the MHS near Hobo. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so this one is CC FNCA, so it's gonna be the same thing, but it is encoded. The RC4 key is courtesy of the barista, so it's probably the random thing that I was reading out loud. Shit, I need something to write on. Well, I'm gonna go back to high school and write on my leg. Okay. Okay, so it was this bit down here. So it was D E T A H R. Oh yeah, I would do my hand as well, but I'm just sat in a position where my leg is easier. So what you do with this kind of situation, which is pretty much always how these things are encoded, which is kind of nice on the one hand because you don't need to think about what kind of code it is, but they can be a lot harder. So we copy the text, then we go to RC4 key, then you paste the text, and then the password is whatever I just wrote on my leg. So it was DETAHRETAW. And if it's correct, you click RC4 decrypt, and if it doesn't, nothing happens. If it's right, all of this would change into something legible. So I guess I missed something. Proper grammar. Nope. Oh, that's right, I put in caps lock. Come on, I'm trying to show off. Ooh. Did I miss a different one? Yo, Cash, look at this. What are all the capital letters you see in the last paragraph? I guess maybe it could be the B in barista at the end. That's the only other thing I can think of right now. Nope. Something is off. D. Yeah, if you, I mean, you can see the web address if you need the link. Gonna write this again to be safe. I'm still getting the same thing. It could be in the other paragraphs, but I think since he specifically pointed out this section, I would assume that that's the one we need to look at. They don't really do much in the code, but I might as well look. No. Oh god, it's really hot in here now. I hate this. It looks like they're using proper punctuation. I wonder if I copy and paste this bit into Notion, it will tell me that stuff is spelled wrong and then I can understand it easier. Okay, so I have a separate page completely devoted to Cafe and Diner. Someone helpfully did give me an entire database of all the receipts, but we're not going to use that right now because I like figuring stuff out myself. Yes! Okay. D. D-E-T-A-H-R. I'm still seeing the same thing unless we're assuming that the I is wrong. Or because the I is wrong, I should say. What exactly did the thing say? Courtesy of the barista, I think? Yeah, courtesy of barista. Sometimes they, or actually a lot of the time, it involves cross-referencing other things. How do I get... Oh, you click on it. So see here, it says RC4 key. You click on that and it'll take you to the specific decoder. So what you do is you click copy text, then RC4 key, and then the password is the thing that you need to figure out. There's no other way you can break it because it's completely random computer generated thing. I thought if I could find the barista maybe. Yeah, it's tricky because it's written like a title. Okay, so this is the new guy. I know that. I'm not seeing our barista, which is not a great sign. Although it does mean there's less to cross-reference. That's nice. Oh, there we go. Okay. ZB, that's probably our barista. He likes musicals. I'm starting to get a headache. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do this. Literally, it happens so fast. The decryptor thing that you like blink, and then it's like, how did you think that this was anything less than readable? Pulling all the letters, not getting it either. Okay. So it's got to be something else. It said barista italicized, but I don't. Maybe it's just his name, Zach. I will scream. Nope. Or it was 11411 was his old thing, but now I think it's like manager 6 or something. Nope. See, the nice thing about this is you can always jump around, but I want to know. Courtesy of, what is? Courtesy of would be CO, right? That's how it works. Maybe if it's reversed? So instead, what would it be? B, W, A, T, E, R, A, E, A, nope, T, E, D. Nope. Shit. Well, I just got hit with the exhaustion. So I think what we'll do is, unless it involves the 8, but that actually might be it because he keeps saying new guy, and then here it keeps being 888. So after D, there's an 8. Okay, let me write that out first. Okay, so it's D-E-T A-E-A-R-E-T-A-W, possibly B, and then the first 8, blah, 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 blah. So D, 8, E, 8, and then TA, and then another 8. And then there are not any more 8s. Let's try that. Nope. Okay, what if it's without the B? Damn, I really thought that was gonna be it. Well, in that case, I am exhausted. If you want to try to solve this or any other ones, the website again is cafeanddiner.com. To get to all of this, you scroll down to the bottom and click CAD Archives. As I told you, kind of spoiler, but the password for the archives is 4 8s. I think because one's here, one's... I think if you look hard enough, you can find it. I just don't know where all of those are, and so I'm just giving it to you. But yeah, this was super, super fun. and I very much enjoyed doing it, so I will definitely do more of these streams. I wasn't sure if anyone would like them, but clearly they were a hit, so yeah. Oh, we should raid. That's right. I'm glad. Let me see here. I have to pull up my other thing, and I can try to raid. I have quick actions popped out somewhere here. There it is. Okay, who could we raid? Who could we raid? Okay, we can raid somebody I follow called Nerdlandia. We did a D&D campaign for a bit together. So, and they're playing D&D right now, so we will raid them. And then once it goes, I will go off screen. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I gotta go to sleep.